scammers, I must say, they are pretty smart, they are cunning, they are shrewd, and they kinda have that empathy towards us, but that empathy is with evil intentions. Like, especially to us, these generations, we love to see complicated things made easier, made simpler, because who doesn't like simple things and easy things, right? Rather than going through the tedious process of doing things like dealing with government. Everything is just so tedious and take a lot of time, effort, and paperwork. What's up, guys? If you It's your girl Marissa. If you are new to my channel, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell icon down below so that you guys can get notifications of my new videos. So without further ado, let's continue with my story about scammer trap. So few years ago, I received, like being active on Instagram. If you're Malaysians or maybe in Asia, I'm not sure whether some of you will receive a message like this, but then message or comment like this on Instagram. But I do notice, I do receive few of these messages, comments like offer to buy altcoins in exchange for good money, and while you check their profile, they seem legit. They post many pictures, not merely like 3 4 5 posts of pictures on Instagram, but many pictures, and they seem legit, like having collaboration with this company when dealing with the altcoins and with the governments. Like, they seem very legit, even show pictures of the altcoins with big money, screenshot the chat about the transaction, selling altcoins, and then offering with big money, often in lucrative amounts of money. Depends on what coins you are selling. If you are selling in Malaysian ringgit or Malaysian cents, you will get Malaysian currency, yes, something like that. So I noticed this, but at that time I wasn't that interested in buying, in offering any of the coins, because I have none. So a few years ago, my auntie, she asked me if I know somebody or any body organization that will buy all coins. So the moment she said that, immediately, automatically, that kind of question lead me to this scammer, and immediately I think of this old scammer. So I search back this scammer on my Instagram, and yes, I found him and even messaged him, and he, like, I think pretending to be delaying in replying his message. Who knows, maybe he's trying to imply as if he is that legit person, and when it comes to selling, he's very busy, because scammers are usually, they are very fast in responding your messages, but these scammers are smart, they are cunning, they appears to be legit, like trying to like a bit delay, because dealing with government also, there must be delay response, not necessarily, but delay, trying to give impression as if he is busy man dealing with lots of coins. So yeah, he he replied my message and saying that he's still interested to buy the altcoins, and he even asked me to take pictures of the altcoins. I did what he asked, take pictures of the altcoins owned by my auntie, pictures, and then I even tell him the price for each coin. Like, let's say the old 50 cent, I told him that this one 50 cent costs 50,000 ringgit. And guess what? Instead of rejecting that, instead of accepting this offer to sell this 50 cent at 50,000 ringgit, he offered the price to be a higher price. The price that he offered is lucrative, like 200,000. Yeah, he did take notice of each coin that I have take a picture of it. He offered the old 50 cent coin is 200,000 ringgit. 200,000 ringgit. I offer 50,000 ringgit, but then he offered to buy the coin at the price of 200,000 ringgit. and that automatically feed to my greed. Of course, when you receive such offer, you will immediately like, I'm going to do business with you, mister. You would genuinely act that way. Don't lie to me, don't lie to me, you would act that way. So yeah, continue business with him, and he total up the amount of money. I don't remember how much already, and then he asked for my bank account, and I did give him my bank account number, my full name, and then he even yeah, do some screen recording of the whole transaction, like for yeah, showing from his account, transferring the respective money to my account, my full name, my bank account number, and with my bank name, yeah, transferring, and then the process, and then guess what ring the bell. He said, hey, well, wait, there there is one thing. While doing this transaction, he tried to initiate some conversation with me, like, have you done this before, like, where are you working, things like that. At that time, like, I have this tendency, if when I'm doing business, I am not interested in chatting with you. I mean, like, while in the midst of business, I'm not interested to have some chat with you, small talk with you, like, none. I want that business to be done and in my favor first, then only I chat with you. If not, if it's only in the process, I'm not in the mood to have small talk with you, chat with you, like, nope. So he chat with me, and then I asked him, like, why are you asking me questions? You should have focused on the transaction, not asking me questions. Because yeah, like, common sense, right? You are doing the transaction, like transferring money, and you still have time to text with me, like, seriously? You can do multitask with that? That is some dub there. But then I'm like, why are you chatting with me? Focus on the transaction. Then he said, it's for the record, ma'am. Ma'am. Then I was like, what is this, ma'am? I don't take shit. I don't take nonsense. Like, I don't ma'am me. I want things to be done. I want to see the money in my account. Then only we can talk very nice. And he said, ma'am, the money is in the process of transferring to your account, but there but there are fees to be paid. There are processing fee. The cost of this processing fee is 2k ringgit. I was like, what? Processing fee? What are you talking about? Then he said, it's the big money, ma'am. It's nearly 1 million ringgit, ma'am. So there must be processing fee. Your bank account, ma'am, needs the processing fee. And I was like, hello, I have the experience of receiving money from US dollar to Malaysian ringgit, and they didn't even say about the processing fee. Even if there is processing fee or the transaction fee, like on PayPal, they will they will automatically deduct that instead of asking me to pay it first, so that I can receive the money successfully in my account. I asked him, why don't you deduct the 2,000 ringgit from the money that you are about to send to my account? Why don't you just deduct from there automatically instead of telling me this? Then he said, cannot, ma'am, you must pay the processing fee now, so that it will be transferred to your account. It's already in your account, but it's not available there until you settle the processing fee. And I was like, oh, okay. So this is the game that you are playing with me. Oh, wow. Then I told him, the thing is, I don't have money in my account. Then he asked, how much money you have? I said, none. Because normally, if I want to make transaction, I purposely leave the bank account with no money, except for the money that is enough for the deposit, so that I can calculate how much money that is actually transferred to my account. That is what I usually do. I would like to monitor, I would like to see. And then he said, how much money you have there, ma'am? He said, none. Like, none, zero. Don't you understand English? Then he said, oh ma'am, sorry to hear that, ma'am, but you need to pay the processing fee first. And I said, then I lost my cool. I said, I think I lost my cool already, like earlier when he attempted to initiate conversation with me. But then boom, I burst. Then I said, I don't have that 2,000 ringgit. And you are crook. You are lying to me. If you actually want to send me the money, the nearly 1 million money, it will be there in my account um without any dis without any interruption, without any processing fee, whatever. If even if there is any, my bank will inform me, not you informing me. Like, duh, you are crook. Then I stopped picking up his call. And before that, there is one thing that I miss. There's one thing, yeah, this is red flag, red flag. While I was doing the whole transaction thing, it was in the night around 11 p.m. I thought like I'm doing him a favor, because when it's night in Malaysia, in Asia, it's probably morning or afternoon in America. So yeah, I'm doing him favor. We talk about money, and then I said, oh okay, it's night now, can we deal with this tomorrow in the morning, where I can be totally awake and fresh in doing this business with you, because it's midnight now and I am sleepy. And guess what he replied to me? He said, we can do successful business, ma'am, and why wait for tomorrow, when you can get the money today? Like, it is so tempting. If you're inexperienced, this is like so tempting. It's like, I want to get the money now. It was the red flag, but it didn't bother to me at first. So like, yeah, so that's the whole thing. I just went on, continue doing business with him. And when he tried to initiate some small talk, that annoyed me, because first, yeah, he's kind of forced me to have business with him. And then after I said to him that I don't want to do any business with him anymore, that can even calling him crook, I turned on the airplane mode on my phone. And the next day he tried to call me, and then I reject him, I block him on WhatsApp. And then he asked another person to reach out to me. And this time, instead of the old white man, he this time the person that he asked to reach out to me is the handsome young man with a picture of a child. The picture, I was like, oh, a young man, he's handsome and with a child, yeah. And then he messaged me, oh, you have done the business with this Mr. What's his name, and but then you cancel the transaction with him, so like, please carry me along with your transaction, blah blah blah, with all the message. And then I straight away reply him with my filter, do you think a picture of you with a child going to soften my heart to do business with you, one of those crooks? Then I cancel. I delete his number. He tried to call me on WhatsApp. I refused him. And then he asked another person, a very handsome man, another handsome white man, to reach out to me. Then I said, all of you are crooks, no business with you all. Then I cancel. After like 3 days, they stopped reaching out to me. So my dear friends, what I'm telling you this, they are still doing this business out there. And when I create another new account of mine on Instagram, well, the first Instagram account was the bookish account, and then the second one is more of the personal Instagram account. When I created this new Instagram account, there's another person like reach out to me, uh offer to buy all coins if I have any. And yeah, I just ignore, because now I know that they are scammers. So my advice to you darlings, in doing this type of transaction, the sell and purchase kind of transaction, when it involves lots of money, even 5,000 ringgit transaction, it alone is considered as big. Yeah, it's really big. let alone the tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, or nearly a million that I used to, nearly a million, because of my, yeah, because of my auntie's coins collections. I mean, because of my auntie's collections of old coins. This type of transaction, you must include a lawyer in this type of transaction to save yourself. And you need to always remember, transaction include three people when it comes to sell and purchase transaction. This is what I have learned when I was working in a legal firm, I mean in a law firm. Pre-transaction, you the sell you the buyer, the vendor, the seller, and the lawyer. And during this transaction, whenever there is transaction like signing documents, the money exchange of money, things like that, the seller's identity card and the vendor's identity card must be shown and print and signed to show that the business is done by the person whose name are in the agreement, things like that. This is the formality that shouldn't be skipped. And also the lawyer must include his sign and his signature chop, I mean his stamp, his lawyer stamp. Yeah. And this type of formality cannot be skipped. Many people, they don't understand this. Like, if had I not experienced the scammer things, of course I will think this formality are nothing but redundant. But then after I almost fall into this scammer trap, then only I appreciate this formality. There must be three people: the vendor, the buyer, and the lawyer. If it And even in loan, like between the seller and the buyer, there are many documents to be signed, but you need to read before you sign anything. This is the first thing that I have learned in my unfinished law school. Before you sign anything, you must read. I know, like, not not everyone, but most people, they don't read terms and conditions, myself included. I'm a reader, I don't read terms and conditions. But I didn't tell you to read everything word by word, but polish your skill, sharpen your skill to scheme, yeah, to scheme and scam something. I don't remember. Or if you don't feel like reading it, call your lawyer, tell your lawyer whether this serve your need very well, whether into you things about the terms and conditions, and so that you are aware of what you get yourself into. So please, when it comes to transaction, sell and purchase, anything that involves money, transfer of title, you need a lawyer. Yes, you need a lawyer. And so guys, those are the advice for you. Anything, you need a lawyer. If you can't afford a lawyer, you need to make sure you know very well, you are aware of the sell and purchase agreement. If you can't afford a lawyer, you need to make sure that you are aware of the terms and conditions that you get yourself into. If there is one thing that maybe you disagree and it doesn't serve your interest, then by all means just leave. Don't sign the freaking document. Okay? So guys, if you reach this far, thank you for your time spent watching my videos. Thank you so much. See you guys on my next video. Bye.